Welcome to CrossYoga Flow, a short session about letting go. Standing on the mat with your eyes closed, listen to this verse from Ecclesiastes. There is a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away. Besides being this the time to get on our yoga mat, it is also time to let go. And we will do that by moving and breathing and focusing on where our body is in time and space. And in that way, open up body, soul, and mind to God's amazing love and maybe receive healing and comfort. So please, stand at the top here of your mat, hip width distance in between your feet. Mountain pose, which means your palms face a little bit forward, shoulders moved back. It is time to let go. It is time to put down the backpack with worries and all sorts of thinking that doesn't serve you and your relationship with God. Now let your palms meet in prayer pose in front of your chest. And then move your hands up above your head. And then let go of the palms. Take your arms out, make a big circle. And then your palms meet here in front of you, rising up your arms again. And this way, we make a move that's symbolizing letting go. So maybe you take what's in your heart, what's in your mind, lift it up to God and let it go. Close your eyes and maybe speak out as we move here what you need to let go. The next time your palms meet in front of your chest in what we call prayer pose, we do the other way around. So letting go is also about receiving other things. So let's take our arms down and out to the side, receive from God, pulling it down, or maybe even just touching your chest as we move down, whatever works for you. Inhale, arms up. Maybe think of what you are longing for and what you pray to receive right now. Next time your hands are in prayer pose, slightly bend your knees and move into a forward fold. Your fingers reach the mat and move around in your forward fold in a free way. Let both hands find the mat, spread your fingers out, step just right leg back, bend the front knee, and move a little bit further and back. You don't have to stretch both legs or anything, just opening up a little bit before we move into our sequence. Next time your knee is bent, walk your hands to the inside of the foot and then in between your legs as you move into a sort of a wide-legged forward fold, which means we're not standing slowly or still. We're just moving, bending one knee, bending the other. Move your neck, move your shoulders. And then turning on the mat, so maybe you'll turn away from the screen, but you know what to do. Framing the foot, lifting the back heel off, and then move front to the back of the mat here again, as we did just one posture ago. Okay, both hands on the inside of the foot again, moving to the white stand and then again to the top of the mat, so you'll probably be facing the screen again. Step the front foot back, downward facing dog. And then we do a flow sequence. I'll repeat a few times. Now take your right leg up and bend your knee and open up your hip. So take your heel towards your glute. And as we're still not really that warm, don't overdo this. Then close your hip and take your right knee to your left elbow as far as you think you can right now. Move your leg back and then step it through to the front end of the mat. High lunge, knee and ankle above each other, let go of the floor and lift into your lunge pose. Maybe palms meet on top of your head and move into a small back bend. Just open up the chest. Make sure your hips sink somewhat down. Straight spine again, hands here in prayer pose in front of your chest. And then you move your whole core out to your right side. A twist, but without wrapping the knee as we sometimes do. Moving back and then opening up the back heel there, the hip into warrior two. Create length from fingertip to fingertip. Stretch the front leg. Lift your arms up towards the sky. From here, lean into triangle. Move to the front. Make sure your hip is still aligned with your heels as you lean somewhat forward. Keep breathing. Seeing if you can create more space in between your shoulder blades at the front of your chest. Then let go. Both hands on the mat. Lift the heel off. Now balance pose on the right leg. So we kind of move or jump a little bit to the front. A version of warrior three. So extend the back leg out. Flex the foot. If you want to let go of the mat, do so. You can start in prayer pose. And if you want to challenge yourself, try to twist with your core just a little bit out to your right side. Both fingers down on the mat, step it back, downward facing dog. And maybe a big side out through your mouth and letting go. Stay here if you want to create some heat in your body and arms. Do your vinyasa. Inhale to your plank. On toes and knees, lower down slowly. When you're down on your chest, lift your chest off in cobra or up dog. And then exhale, down dog. Spread your fingers out, heels being heavy towards the mat. Right leg, lift it up and again open up your hip. Close your hip. Left knee to your right elbow. Keep your hip a little bit lower than your shoulders and remember to breathe. Three-legged dog again. And then you step left foot to the front of the mat. High lunge, look to the front, and then slowly let go of the floor. Raise your arms up. And make sure before we lean back that your pelvis is tucked somewhat underneath yourself, core engaged. Palms together on top of your head, and then lean back, mindful of your lower back. Stretching the back leg and lifting the heel off. Again, long spine, hands in prayer pose in front of your chest. Please let your palms push towards each other. Navel in as you twist, still standing tall, to your left side. Move back again. Hands down on the mat, open up the hip. Warrior two. Arms out, bend the front knee and stretch the back leg all the way out. Noticing if your spine is tall like this or you tend to lean forward. A lot of people tend to be standing like this somewhat. Let's prepare our triangle. Stretch the front leg, lift your arms up and stay here. Notice if your back hip tends to move forward, try to align your hip with your heels. Arms out, hip moves back as you lean forward into our triangle pose. Gaze down if it's hard to keep the balance. Look down, preparing our balance pose, lift the back heel off. Kick your right leg off the mat, close your hip, which means the hips here, the buttocks are aligned. Prayer pose in front of your chest, or just hold on to blocks down on the mat, everything is fine here. Shoulders away from your ears. And if you want to challenge your balance a little bit, move your core to your left side, just a little bit. Move it back. Hands on the mat, step your foot back, downward facing dog. Vinyasa, flow, inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down. Navel in. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Downward facing dog. Step your feet in if you need to. And breathe a lot all the way down in your belly. And let's just repeat this now that we are warm and ready to give it just a tiny bit more. Letting go of all this stiffness maybe in our body. Find your breath. Maybe Ujjayi breath. On your next inhale, lift right leg off. Exhale, open up your hip, bend your knee. Inhale, close your hip. Exhale, plank pose, right knee, left elbow. Inhale again, three-legged dog, lift your leg up. Exhale, step your foot through. If you're ready on your inhale, rise up. Crescent lunge, your high mountain. Just take a breath here. Let your palms reach. Inhale, prepare, and exhale, lean back. Inhale, straight spine again. Draw your hands down, prayer pose. Prepare to twist. Inhale, and stay here for your exhale. Sink low into your hips. Inhale to center again. Open up your hip. Warrior two. Exhale. Going lower. if you want to focus on your strength. Inhale, lifting and stretching the front leg, arms up. Exhale, triangle pose. Take a breath here. Letting go, hands down on the mat. Pivot the back heel off. Lift up, standing on your right leg. Warrior 3-ish, prayer pose. Spread your toes out and maybe twist your core to your right side, keeping the gaze on the ground. Aligning your shoulders, again, hands down on the mat, step it back, downward facing dog. And maybe you want to take your Vinyasa, inhale to plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Almost there. One more breath here. Left leg, inhale, lift it up. Exhale, bend the knee, open up the hip. Inhale, prepare your plank. Exhale, see if you can reach right elbow. Inhale, lift it up again. And exhale, stepping it through. Sit your hip down, bend the front knee, high lunge. Breath here. Palms together, top of your head, and lean back into your back bend. All right, palms again, front of your chest, straight spine. And then let's twist to your left side. Moving back, opening up to Warrior 2. Maybe prepare Warrior 2 on an inhale and kind of sink down on your exhale. Again, take a breath. Stretch the front leg, arms up. Triangle pose, exhale. Make sure you tiny bend this knee if it's stretching too much in your hamstrings. Look down, lift the back heel off, balance pose. This time on left leg, palms together. See if your inner thighs can be squeezed a little bit together. And then twisting to your left side. Fingers down on the mat, step it back. Downward facing dog. Stay here, do your Vinyasa, inhale plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. In yoga, we have what we call the lion breath. And I'll invite you to use that right now. I've done it a lot when I have to let things go. And it's a thing that we need to repeat over and over again. Letting go of these things that want to kind of rule our lives. Give them to God day by day, over and over. And one really great way to do that is do this lion breath. So I show you. You take out your tongue and then just say out really loud. If you want to do the real thing, you take your eyes up, but you don't have to do that. So take your tongue out. I know it's a little bit weird, a little bit strange if you're not used to it, but try it. It's so healing, okay? So stay in your down dog or whatever pose you like. Inhale through your nose, open up your mouth, tongue out. Open up your mouth as long as you can. Do that 5 times. 4. Letting go. 3. Sign it out. 2. Last time. Beautiful. Hands or knees down on the mat. Child's pose. And breathe. And if you feel emotional after this, it's okay. It's fine. Finishing up this video, find a comfortable seated position on the mat. Seated butterfly, which means the sole of the feet together. Take a hold of your feet. Let your knees be pulled out to the side. And maybe you lean a little bit forward, opening up your hip. Try to relax your legs. And remember that whenever we're giving up, letting go, let us be filled with something great again. So I'll finish this video up as we sit in this pose with a prayer. God, may we be filled with all that you are, your love, your power, your grace, and your forgiveness. In the name of Jesus, amen. Thank you so much for joining me today in this short flow session. Thank you for helping me reach out by liking and subscribing and all that. Have a blessed day.